You're watching NFT Plaza's YouTube channel. I'm here at the Nafstars exhibition. I'm here with Roman and JD. Do you want to tell us a bit about your project?
Yeah, with pleasure. Thanks for visiting Nafstars. So we bring together blockchain and the music industry. In the team, we encompass about 50 years of experience in the major labels. I was a label MD at Universal. I worked at Universal International, based in London, for a while. Worked with very big acts like Luis Fonsi, Metallica, and so on. My other partners, they're also record producers, very successful record producers. One of the partners just sold his label to Believe Digital, and he's still in the game. And we completed that area of expertise with people from the crypto business and the blockchain business. So that's where JD comes in. He's a crypto expert. He's a very early investor in play-to-earn games. He was one of the first players in Sorare, right? So he knows these inside out. So we bring together all the expertises. And what we do at Nafstars is, at our scale, we solutions to the music industry for a fair split of revenues and transparency. The music market has found growth again in the last 4 to 5 years, which is great, although it hasn't reached its historical level of revenue yet. But the shift from physical to digital has allowed the industry to make record profits. And this has been made possible because music is now very easily accessible everywhere. So you see markets like Latin America, India, China that weren't bringing money to the market, but that are now bringing a lot of extra revenue. But you see these markets growing, but the overall revenue not quite yet being to where it was at 20 years ago. So what's wrong in the equation is that the big artists sell less records than 20 years ago because of what we call the value gap. Value gap is the difference between the huge number of transactions you need to make to actually generate €1 of revenue from digital platforms. So creators suffer from that, songwriters suffer a lot from that. And this problem is even truer when you look at YouTube, because YouTube has the lowest payouts and it's the most used platform globally to consume music. So what we do is we bring an ecosystem, a multi-artist, multi-genre ecosystem, which is consequently different to the individual artist initiatives that we can see in the NFT landscape from artists. So we're really a multi-artist, multi-genre game. We have transparency on revenues, and we also welcome artists, but also successful songwriters. And songwriters get the same payouts as artists, so it's completely equal, completely fair. So we're a play-to-earn game on the Polygon blockchain. So what you do as a user is you collect artist cards, and what we do is we channel the artist metrics using APIs from data aggregators. So we collect streams, we collect views, we collect followers, we collect all these from different platforms, and through a complex gaming economic system that I'm not going to bore you about because it's very, very heavy spreadsheets, but we translate that into a score, okay? And this is the score of the card that evolves in real time. Okay, like a football player would have statistics from games, the artists have statistics from their real life performances. So as a user, you collect these cards, you can reinforce your virtual label, if you like, with resource and booster cards, and you engage in battles with other players. And as you compete, and as you win, you earn prizes. And what we offer are obviously new cards, but also tokens. The Nafstars token that's just behind you see on the cube. So this is our native token. That's currently up for pre-sale until the 6th of April. So we're closing the pre-sale after tomorrow. And this is going to be used by our users to acquire cards. You can also stake it with us. We have very attractive staking programs on the platform that you can boost with specific NFT combos. So in a nutshell, this is Nafstars. We work with the artists, with the producers, with the labels. We try to scale rapidly by acquiring international licenses. We started in our home market of France, but quickly scaled outside of those borders. We've welcomed our first Nigerian artists, our first Brazilian artists. Some of them were at the party last night that we had. So no, it's doing great, and we have great ambitions going forward.
So you mentioned the play-to-earn utilities of the NFTs. Is there any other utilities that they come with?
Absolutely. Yesterday we had our first event that people could access by actually holding an NFT. So these are things that we multiply because of our relationships with artists and touring companies that are our partners. We had a partnership with the leading French radio called NRJ last year, and through this partnership we were able to offer tickets to their music awards ceremony. This is a huge event in France. It's on major television. We were able to offer tickets for that place for card holders. So that's really cool. So we like to link the real world with what happens on our platform. What we do as well is what the record industry refers to as phygital, the link between physical and digital. So you can acquire cards on the platform, obviously. And what we've done is we released the first proof of concept last November, which is called Nafstars Fans. So it's an initiation platform for music fans that have never bought a digital asset, and they're able to purchase digital collectibles using fiat. And progressively, we lead them to the acquisition of an actual NFT that they are able to use in the play to earn. And what we've done to complete the customer path of card acquisition is that we sold cards during live shows. So we followed artists to tours, and we sold cards that looked a little bit like this one. We sell them as lanyards, and each card would contain a unique code. And we managed to sell cards to 13% of the concert attendees, which is a very high sales rate for merchandise. And people would then, in the evening of the shows, we would look at our online statistics, right? And we would see people would come and claim their card online with their code. People would buy more than one card because the cards we sold at shows could only be acquired at the shows, you see? So people would acquire more than one and put them for sale in the secondary market. So we work to build customized consumer paths that we discuss with artists. They can either sell all their cards online, or we can also offer them during shows or even in physical CDs. You put a physical card with a code and a CD, and consumer is going to buy the record. So these are things that we do to also help the record industry to dynamize sales of physical products. We can do that with merchandise, CDs, ticket sales, and so on.
So is the 3D aesthetic that you've got on the card, is that exclusive to the cards that you sell at the concerts? And is the NFT aesthetic what's on the screen behind you?
I can talk about this little guy here. So he's a manager avatar. So that's the label manager avatar. So this little guy, he gives you access to events, such as the event we did last night. So we had the Brazilian artists over. They sang their songs. We had some very big players over there. And also in the game, this gives you access to a staking pool that gives you 100% APY. So if you're a Nafstars token holder, you can double your staking volume in 1 year with the use of this NFT. And these are limited to 500. So if you want to score one, it's now or never.
Yeah. We've already got.
Yeah, you already got it. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So there's a different characters. Or maybe
Yeah,
I should.
yeah,
maybe
exactly.
Can you show it in the camera?
It has my name on it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We can show it on the tablet. Hein? Faut le montrer sur la tablette.
Ouais.
Les gars,
Vous pouvez avoir une tablette
Vous avez
avec
une
un avatar?
Well, how long have you been?
we started the company in July. We released a proof of concept in November. The token, so pre-sale finishes end of 6th April. The IDO is end of April. And the play to earn follows the IDO because we need the live token for the play to earn.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
play to earn comes end of this month. Between end of this month and early May, we're finalizing now the deals with the launch pads.
And how do the battles take place? Is it like I'm guessing it's like a.
So you make combos. So first you choose your artists.
Maybe I should be asking this on.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it's because.
Go.
Oh, is it?
Then you edit.
Still?
Then you
Okay.
edit. Tu veux parler des combos ça?
Non.
En gros, tu prends des 5 artistes, tu rajoutes tes ressources et tes machins.
Okay,
les
le
combos,
t'as le truc derrière. Start with asking to see the figure in the camera, and then you ask him about the playing. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We'll do a quick pan.
Yeah.
We'll do a quick pan to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because we're not. It's because we're not.
I know. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah. Can you quickly show the camera the manager you've got there on the? Or on that. Yeah. Cool.
Here, I'm different kind of manager. Yeah, like star, woman. Yeah.
And they boost the utility of your NFT even more. Cool. And obviously, you spoke about the dynamic stats that come with the NFTs as the artist grows. Can you quickly explain how the play-to-earn mechanics actually work when it comes to the battles?
Yeah, of course. So as a player, you're going to start a team using 5 artists, whichever their music genres, whichever their universe. You're going to put those 5 artists in your deck, in your virtual label, and then you're able to reinforce that overall deck performance by using resource and booster card. A resource is a permanent NFT that you have in your collection. It has to do with real-life music industry assets, such as live shows, such as media support, etc. You add that to your game, and then you can also add a temporary booster card that's burnt at the end of the round. Okay? This is going to calculate a global score that aggregates your artist's card rarity degree, your artist's score, and the resource and booster score. You engage the battle, the person with the highest score wins the round, and once you've won the battle, you're rewarded with more cards and tokens. It's as simple as that. Yeah.
I've just thought of a bonus question. What happens if, let's say, some bad PR spin happens with an artist? Would their stats decrease?
Well, this is something we thought about early in the process, not just about bad PR, but sometimes bad PR can turn into good PR, but also, let's say for artists that don't necessarily have the very strong metrics as we speak, but that have had a very long and successful career. So in the conceptualization of the competitions on the platform, we have listed a very significant number to be able to reward every type of artist, okay? So we don't just reward current statistics, but we're going to reward career length, number of releases, number of record certifications, such as gold, platinum, diamond. So even if an artist has been big once and he doesn't have those huge streaming numbers anymore, then they will have a competition in the game for their card to be valuable and useful, you see? So even if an artist has a bad PR stunt, we can always get him to participate in a leaderboard that will reward maybe a time in his career that was more successful. So at least it's not a handicap to have a temporary drop down in numbers.
So basically every card will have its value somewhere in the game.
Absolutely. As I said, at the core of our artistic strategy, we've started with urban artists. There's a simple reason to that, is because urban artists have been the first to buy into blockchain technologies. They've been the first to show interest, and they've been the first to engage in projects. Snoop Dogg has done things in the sandbox. Eminem, he's showing off his Bored Ape, I think, as an avatar on Instagram. You had Takeoff from Migos band, who's launched his collection. So urban artists, they always look at what each other does. So it was kind of easy to explain to them, okay, we're coming. Quite easy. But ultimately, we all want to scale with Latin music, with K-pop, with rock, with heavy metal, with genres that might talk to an older demographic, but that engage fan in the same way, and maybe in a stronger way. So on our roadmap, on the discussions we're currently having with producers, with managers, with artists, with labels, it canvases every genre of music. Yeah, I was in London 10 years ago talking with representatives from a very big heavy metal global act. So on the same level as very big Latin acts. So we put these on the same level, definitely. We like to think we're currently, I think, in the play-to-earn universe of music, the only ones speaking to an international audience and a multi-genre audience.
Yeah, make sure to check out Nafstars project. I'm sure there's going to be good things to come in the future. And check out NFT Plazas.